Let's see here. So we have the captain's ashes.
Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
Alright, no new dialogue. Let's see if can I pick out what the new stuff is? One Tide Night Skill. You're getting a glimpse here about how bad my overall collection of stuff is, by the way, because she does not have a lot of ashes in this playthrough. There we go, the Millwood Knight set. So there's the Millwood Knight set. There's the Undead Legion, Dancer. Everything else is already here, I believe. Any 3 Rings of Sacrifice, Millwood Arrow. That's new. It's hard to say for sure which stuff's new because it's not marked as such, but I'm sure this stuff is. The Millwood Knight Helm, Armor, Gauntlets, and Leggings. A little bit of a stat comparison for people that pick out on that stuff. Helm worn by the Knights of Millwood, adorned with the antlers believed to grow from the blessed beast of the eternal oak, the ethereal oak. When the fabled Millwood forest was discovered, it was a vacant ruin. The only thing left was the ethereal oak, stood rotting. No corpses were discovered, yet their belongings lay neatly on the ground. Any other one thing? Gauntlets, leggings. I don't think there's any difference in description besides the very minor details about the equipment. No lore. Alright. I'll buy them. Why not? New gear.
Ashen one.
I don't think I'm gonna wear it though. I'll wear them right now so people can get a good look at them up close when they're not on an enemy. But I don't really want to. I don't like the idea very much of running around an entire DLC looking like the people I'm fighting. I like the idea of looking like the character I already look like. Oh, it's also super heavy, so yeah, I'm not wearing this stuff. I can't even walk. I can't even run right now, I don't think. Look at that. Let's two-hand my weapon. Huge gauntlets, tons of furs to keep you warm because it's freezing. Let's put my shield away. You can see the back, it has that tree. Alright. It's a neat visual, yeah. A lot of bulk to it. Alright, welcome back to the first bonfire, called Snowfield. The one we already went to... The other one over there takes me to the bridge. We'll get to that later, but also the entire place off that place where you fall off the snow, we've now basically fully explored. I established three directions to go in from there, and we've checked where they all go. One was a dead end with some loot, with an ambush. One of them led to the bonfire, and the other one led to the more roundabout path through all the enemies that also led to the bonfire. But we never went left, or even center, or any of the other directions around here. I'm curious to see if any of these trees are alive. Yeah, that's what I thought. We see burning ones and non-burning ones just sitting around up here, and none of them attacked me at first. Which is curious. Boop! Whoa. I guess he was trying to predict my path. He threw that straight at me. Hi. How you doing? You know what you look like? You look like the really annoying enemies from Necropolis. At least in version 1 of Necropolis, there was these annoying bearded enemies that were like these... They looked like Norse barbarian-type characters with like pointy helms and everything, and they'd come charging at you, and they would spawn in every direction at random intervals, so you were never safe anywhere. You couldn't even, like... You could never take a break in a safe place in that game, because these guys would show up. These guys have like the exact same aesthetic, given the obvious difference in art style change. I don't know if there will be anything up here. All I know is I accidentally skipped it by hugging the wall. Hey, fly! Bye, fly. Poison gem? Sure. This may be a very short it might be a very short lap of closing a gap I never covered before. In fact, this might be all that's up here. That might have been all of it. Okay. Okay, ambush time. Oopsie, oopsie. Meant to do a wide swing, but accidentally did the rolling swing, which is very different. Right, gotta deal with them being spear users. And all that entails. Or the one-shot kill of nailing them. Yay, ow. No. Woohoo! They're getting pushy. Roll! Ow. Got stuck. Hi. Nice to meet you. You know, I'm really feeling this this Claymore build. I kind of missed the Claymore because it was, like I said before, it was the first weapon that really made Dark Souls click for me. Because everyone has trouble at first for some chunk of time. Follower Helm. Helm worn by Farron followers. When a warrior of Farron falls to the abyss, the tall, lean followers with their hollowed eyes quietly appeared in groups to hunt them down. Farron and its watchers fell to ruin, but the followers survived as a wandering pack of hollows. So we're dealing with Farron again. Same group that all have to do with Artorias of the Abyss, and Sif, and all the wolf lovers, really. Is this one gonna be alive? It's just such a weird centerpiece. Nope. Alright, so this whole intro part is just a quick funnel that leads you to that part where the platform collapses. I gotcha. So we're actually done here then. It's time to figure out what's across that bridge. I've more or less completed the area. Ah, Goondeer, that's cute. Somebody named himself after the wandering boss that is believed to have been a previous Ashen one that should have been able to relink the bonfires and rekindle the flame and stuff, but was too late and the world fell to darkness, and that's why we had to fight him as this corrupted character with the sword inside him. Which I'm sure I butchered again. I'm always wrong about something. Even if I'm like 90% of the way there, I always add some detail that screws the whole thing up. So, this is next. Is that the rest? That might be the rest of the DLC then, huh? I think we covered every single loose end that I've seen back there so far. 2 wolf encounters. Wolf's not dead yet. I'm curious about that. I wonder if he'll show up again, because so far he hasn't died. Maybe I should be in a hurry in case this thing can collapse. Is there an area down there? Alright. There does not appear to be an area down there, so if it were to collapse, it wouldn't be because they're trying to trick me into falling into a zone. Look at that. Is that a playable zone? Oh, there's a whole area down there. This zone's bigger than just this one island. There's a ladder over there. Oh! I'm glad I turned around. There's a ladder that goes down to this other platform and then it goes to another ladder. There's a whole cliffside zone here. That's neat. Could I have even seen that from that angle? Only barely. It's hidden by bushes. It really seems to be like something you're intended to see by turning around. Hello. Part of me is holding off on that direction as long as possible just because it seems like it might have a boss in it. And I've heard there's not really a lot of bosses in this DLC, so I'd like to make that last if I can. That it could be like our thrilling finale. I'm curious to see if any of these bosses are going to really, like, put it... Oh, that goes down to the city. Okay. So the other place seems like more of a dead end, so we'll check that out first. There's a ladder over here that I saw from the other side. It also gives me a bit of a buffer because if I hold off on the bosses for a while, then if I get stuck on them, you guys still get consistent videos for a while I'm sitting there hammering against the boss for like a day and a half or something, like I have in some cases. There's a shivering... Is it shivering stone or shriving stone? Shriving stone, yeah. That's... I always mix up what I was calling it before versus what it's actually called. Interesting. There's a platform over there, but you can't get to it from here. And I think it was too far to the side to be something you could drop down to get, right? I can double check real quick. Let's take a look. No, the step's like way over there, right? So I can't drop down. So you have to go through some sort of cave system then, probably, or to get to that part of the cliff from underneath. And then you'd climb up, and then you'd drop down to loop around. That's how this all fits together. Seamless transition into the foliage from several hours later. That's... Stuff does not look great up close, does it? Mwahaha, look at my pixels. Yeah, I got a little interrupted. It's fine. I know where I was going. Look at that detail on all the trees, by the way. Those giant winding roots. Oh, that could be an area, actually. It's hard to say for oh, there's a path. Okay, there's a path winding along that might lead to like a boss fight. Oh yeah, that is a zone down there. At first you just kind of assumed it's going to be like an abyss. But you can see those tree enemies down there. They're rendered a little harshly. A little bit. Oh yeah, you can see blood spatter down there. Wow. So that over there is probably a zone. This goes there. That down there is a zone. And that up there is a zone. There's a whole lot of... So this expansion does have a decent amount of meat to it. Oh, there we go. You're running beautifully now. Alright. So I changed a few things from max to high, because I think the sheer extent of the particle effects... I just dropped my controller and almost died. Congratulations, me. I think the sheer number of effects, because they added snow and everything, was actually making the entire game start to lag. But this, yeah, this is running really nicely. It actually almost looks clearer. I changed things like effects and shaders and things like that from max to high. I think that's actually paid off a bit. There's no little hidden divot over here. That almost looks like a piece of level. Nope. Honestly, it'll probably make me play better ultimately too if the game runs a little smoother. This is probably for the best. Vision of chaos, visions of bug. Okay. I'm gonna take those messages to mean that if I step on that thing, I'm probably gonna immediately start sliding and have no control over myself. But there's probably a gem bug down there. But I'm also potentially in danger. Now that does not look like a piece of level though. Those icicles seem pretty, but not playable. Okay. But as per usual, the gem bug probably takes me into a dangerous spot too. Whee! Can I swing my weapon? Nope. Can I roll? Nope. Alright. Not as much loot as expected. Gem bug? No. Crystal lizard is the correct thing to call it. Sorry. Ooh. Oh, they're back. Just like I expected. Well, didn't necessarily expect, but I called out that the, Yep. I said those trees look like those creatures from Boreal Valley, those women. And now here they are. Sticking out of the muck. Sure. Hip. You're alive. Fixed it. Ew, you're a bird monster. That's freaky. So all those little things sticking out of the ground are bird monsters. What's with their tail? They have like a weird growth on their back. Doesn't quite look right for a bird tail necessarily. That's a weird sight. Are they all at different stages of human? I'm trying to check. Were the skeletons different sizes? It might just because they're so spindly that they're sprawled out differently, and this one's sprawled out most. No, he does look bigger, doesn't he, than the other ones? Yeah, he is bigger. Freaky. It's like you're watching them evolve over time. What are they called? The Velka, I think, are the bird people? I have a mixed understanding of Dark Souls lore sometimes. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh no. From Software, what is your obsession with crawling birds? Ooh, that's an even bigger one. No. This is straight up... Ugh. It's like Miyazaki has like this fixation on birds that are too sickly or fat to fly, basically. So they crawl around like nightmare zombies. Because this was a monster... Not this exactly, but this concept was used as a monster in Bloodborne. Oh, it's gonna puke. Oh, you can see its whole throat like grow as the stuff was inside it. Oh, woke up the bad one. Hi. Please stop existing. Nightmare claw monster. Ugh. So this is poison? No, I stepped in poison coming out of the bird. Okay. We're gonna be real thorough and just swing at everybody, honestly. You. Ew. Gross. Stop living. Because yeah, in Bloodborne they had the crows that would run around in groups, and they'd like form these mobs, they usually around a corpse or something, and they would all like kind of try to fly at you and peck at you if you got too close. And weirdly they made like a barking noise like a dog, which was bizarre. And I'm sure it was intentionally bizarre. I think I have to jump from up there to land there. I don't think you can climb here. It was especially strange in Bloodborne because they straight up, eventually you find dogs that behave like the birds and vice versa, and it gets really weird. So like, look! Hi. Stop that. The idea that was a setup and payoff or something was always a surprise. Is this gonna be poison goop? No. Ew. It's blood water. Is this open? Nope. Is it a trap? There's an item back there, so we're gonna want to keep that in mind for later. Ew, I'm rolling in it. Why would I do this to myself? It's okay. This face has seen some things. Look at that. He's not... He looks hollow and he's not. I just made him look that way. Oh no, they're alive. Oh no. What the hell are you? Whoa. Whoa. Excuse me? Boom. Speaking of Bloodborne, frontal visceral. Wow. Those exaggerated arms. Oh, it disappears, so you can't keep looking at it. They probably don't want you to look at it too close, and so you keep getting attacked by it and it looking strange. So when if they successfully grow, they turn into that, apparently. The question is whether or not they all turn into that, and they just are all nightmares while they're birthing, like they might be. There's a guy up there that might drop on me. I can see his hand sticking through the wall. The question is whether or not all of these spawns eventually grow up successfully, or if these are like failed experiments, because there's a lot of biological experiment stuff going on in the Dark Souls universe. You can thank Seath for that, who himself looks like a failed experiment. Hello. Now that looks like the type of coliseum you'd go through on your way to the Undead Dragon. Oh yeah, that's a whole zone you can go in down there. Wonder if there's a boss inside that chamber up there? I don't know. It's hard to say. But a lot more of this level is traversable than it would originally seem, which is neat. I'm thinking I may want to backtrack to the beginning a little bit if I can kick down a ladder anywhere, because once again I chose one wall to hug and ended up immediately going in the correct direction, I think, that continues the dungeon, because we seem to be going somewhere. Whereas that whole first starting area I kind of didn't explore, because I thought, are you an NPC? He turned to me.
Oh, well, there is nothing forlorn about you. You must be the other Ash, I suppose. Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek? Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world, but that which fooled the good father and buried the flame after we had all made up our minds too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. Oh, please, it must be you. I am so terribly frightened of timidly rotting away like those fools on the outside. Oh, please.
Interesting. So They know about the apocalypse happening here. They know what's happening here. They know about the corruption, why everyone's going down, and they chose to destroy themselves. They said they want to burn the world down, which presumably means they also want to burn. They just want to burn themselves and everything for everyone. Period. And yeah, he's sentient. He's a creature, although his tail looks rather worrisome, doesn't it? But he's still here, and he's still talking, and he's just sitting in a chair. And it seems that everyone else is stuck in that river. And the river is like... the river seems to be a part of the corruption. It seems to symbolize an element of that. Those maggot monsters we're seeing everywhere.